When I was a kid, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey had a unicorn in the circus. A real unicorn, we were promised.
The sensation of the ages, the living unicorn.
Now, you have to understand at this time, it was Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. So these were two different circuses that came together. And P.T. Barnum was very famous for saying there's a sucker born every minute. If you ever went to Ripley's, you may have seen his mermaid skeleton. He used to travel around and show off this mermaid skeleton as part of his circus. So was this unicorn the same thing? No, this was a real unicorn, but it was not what we were expecting. We wanted unicorns to be these mythical, crazy creatures, but this was a goat with one horn. And now it was it was one horn. And so there was some concern that these animals had been tortured, that their horns had been tied together until they grew together, but that wasn't it. There was some surgery that was done at birth that caused the unicorn's horns to grow into one, and it didn't hurt the unicorns, and they still exist. This company or farm still grows unicorns today. But it was this weird little squatty goat as a unicorn. It's kind of like if you were expecting an Adonis, and then instead this tiny shriveled up goat showed up. In the 80s, unicorns were very popular. Of the goat variety, but also of the horse variety, and some of them had wings. And then sometimes you'd have a white horse with wings but no horn in the 80s. And sometimes you'd just have a majestic white horse. And these kind of all were in the same category, although they weren't all unicorns because they didn't have the horn. One of the very popular commercials was for the legendary unicorn.
The legendary unicorn. He possesses the brightness of light that drives away all darkness.
It drives away all darkness.
The mythical, magical, mysterious unicorn has been the symbol of wealth, power, and love for ages. Now, nationally renowned sculptor Hermann Gazarian has captured this mythical creature in his work of art, the legendary unicorn. The unicorn came to Earth on a spiral of light, and its spiral horn was thought to have magical powers. The artist has sculptured each flawless detail and layered his creation in pure 24-karat gold. This work of art is mounted on a pedestal of genuine hardwoods and stands a full 5 inches high. Each Gazarian unicorn is engraved with the artist's authentic signature and minted with its own individual serial number. On December 31st, 1986, the original Gazarian molds will be destroyed, and no more sculptures will be created.
They destroyed the mold. They can no longer produce the legendary unicorn.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The legendary unicorn, layered in 24-karat gold, is only $19.95, an extraordinary value for a signed and numbered limited edition collector's item. Order now.
To order the limited edition legendary unicorn, call 1-800-826-8080. That's 1-800-826-8080.
Well, this thing has to have gone up in value since then. Let's look up this sculptor, this renowned sculptor, and all we're finding is this uniform. This is the only thing he made, apparently. Well, let's go on eBay. I'm sure that the people that paid $19.95 in 1980 for this amazing sculpture of a unicorn, it has to have gone up. They destroyed the mold. No, it hasn't. You could get one for less. I remember there were like unicorns everywhere, though. You could get a unicorn on your Trapper Keeper or your folder or your pencil case. We also had a lot of mythical stuff around that time. We had Dungeons and Dragons, which was very big into all kinds of mythos, including unicorns. The TriStar logo. In the early days of DVD, they used to put all these different features, and one of them was a descriptive listening audio track.
Rafiki, an elderly baboon with white hair, slowly climbs up to the ledge and hugs Mufasa warmly. They walk back to a cave where Mufasa's wife, Sarabi, cuddles.
Imagine them describing the intro to a TriStar movie.
Moving in through the lettering reveals fluffy white clouds in the shape of a mountain. A white horse with wings gallops out across the clouds and rears up majestically on its hind legs.
Rainbow Bright had a white horse that had like rainbow hair. It was as close to a unicorn, without the horn, it was as close to a unicorn as you could get.
Introducing Rainbow Bright and Starlight, each sold separately.
You could use a rainbow. Oh, who are you? I'm Rainbow Bright. This is my horse, Starlight. Come on, Starlight, let's be happy like a rainbow. Rainbow Bright. Wow, you're full of rainbows. La la, Rainbow Bright.
I believe He-Man's sister She-Ra actually rode around on a unicorn.
More than just a lovely horse, he has a secret power. When She-Ra lifts her sword up high, he's swift wind, he can fly. With his wings and a horn, he's a fabulous unicorn.
And My Little Pony.
My Little Pony, unicorn. A magical pony with beautiful hair. My Little Pony, Pegasus. Imagine my pony flying through the air.
There was also that movie, The Last Unicorn. This was based on a novel from the 60s.
The dragon and the wizard. The unicorn is a creature of legend.
Am I truly the last?
You can find the others if you are brave.
I remember just being so entranced by the idea of this unicorn being at Ringling Brothers. I was telling my parents, I was like, how could we miss this? What are we doing not seeing this show right now? Everyone in the country, a unicorn is there. What more do we need? Do we need aliens to come from outer space? Does Bigfoot need to show up? I mean, we can't go to Loch Ness to see the Loch Ness Monster, which again, I was telling my parents, I was like, why aren't we going there? The Loch Ness Monster is there. How can you go to work every day and not have seen the Loch Ness Monster if he's in the Loch Ness?
I am the unicorn of your confidence. I believe in you.
That legendary unicorn sculpture just cracks me up. It looks like an award for somebody. You know, it looks like presented to you as an award. I couldn't find anything else that this guy had done. He looks very serious, though. Maybe he was a very good sculptor, just not world renowned, I don't think. I don't think he was. But this was kind of, they would advertise stuff like this all the time back then. I mean, these things were designed to tell you sitting at home, eating Cheetos on the couch, watching, you know, The Young and the Restless. They were like, no, you can be classy and all you got to do is pick up your phone and call this number. By the way, if you enjoy these videos, make sure and be like the Fonz, give it a thumbs up. And while you do, you might as well give it an A. Do your best, Henry Winkler. And I would appreciate it because when you give this a thumbs up, they push it out to more people, and that would really help. The white horse thing goes back forever. The whole idea of riding in on a white horse. And actually, anytime you hear people talk about politics today and how things are so manufactured, George Washington used to ride in a covered wagon to the outskirts of a city, and then he would get onto a white horse and ride that the rest of the way. So when people saw him, they saw him riding in on a white horse. The white horse has always been the symbol of the good guy. The Lone Ranger rode in on a white horse. I remember the white horse from The Never-Ending Story, which I just loved as a kid. And I remember when they put out The Never-Ending Story Part 2, I was like, well, clearly you failed the first time. We cannot have two never-ending stories. The story never ended. But I remember that horse died in the swamp of sadness. The horse just got sad. This is the saddest scene. Watching this today, it's still remarkably sad. But man, as a child, this was like getting kicked in the stomach. And then the rock biter just wanted to let the nothing take him. There is a toy store in New Jersey that has a replica of Falkor, and I want to go there so bad. This place is not very close to me, so this is like an hour plus drive from my house in New Jersey. So it's in a total, I think it's up. I can't remember if it's up or down, but it is not near where I am. I'm in the middle. But I do want to go there sometimes. Every now and then there's community events or whatever, and they bring it out. They brought it to see Kevin Smith at one point. I would love to see it. So I will have to make a make a trek out there sometime to check that out. Falkor, he was not a horse, but he did have white fur. Well, that's going to bring this one to a close. And in a moment, 2 boxes are going to pop up on the screen. The one on this side is going to take you to a filming location tour I did in Richmond, Virginia for the movie Trading Mom, aka The Mommy Market. This is a weird movie. It involves a circus, and it involves Andre the Giant playing a giant and getting punched right in the quiones. So please make sure and check that out. That was a lot of fun. But on this side, YouTube is going to put up the video that they think is best for you. So you can choose. Do I know what's best for you? Does YouTube know what's best for you? Either way, choose one. Come back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We're going to have a brand new video right here, and I hope you're here for it. Anyway, Trading Mom right up here.